Alright, this is the review of the H&K USP licensed and built by Umarex. Does have a little fancy serial number on there. So let's get down to the pros of this gun. The pros of this gun are that it has a very authentic feel. I have held a real version of this gun, and it's about the same weight. It's a little bit lighter, but the weight distribution front to back feels fairly realistic. The safety and fire seem a bit backwards, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. It is how it is on the real gun. This gun runs off CO2, shoots about 350 FPS, so plenty for a handgun, if not too much, you know. Yeah, I like the lower FPS handguns because typically when you have the handgun, that means that you're going to be very close. But that's just my opinion. I like the orange tip because it's actually orange and not red. I also like the cool little H&K logo. Now let's get down to the cons about this gun. The cons is all just has to do with the magazine. The magazine is crap. Okay, loading it works great. This is probably the best spring mag that I have ever had to deal with, especially in pistol retrospect. But these cost $20 online. This gun only costs $40. Just for another one of these, you gotta pay 20 bucks. And the thing is how the CO2 goes in. If I can get this off, slides in here, and then this screws in, and it screws in with an Allen key, not by hand even. So now, when you put this in, say you want to drop your pistol quick, or drop your magazine quick and slap in another one, that other magazine also has to have CO2 in it. That is the major pitfall of this gun, and the fact that another magazine costs so much. I mean, this becomes truly a last resort gun, because it has to have the CO2 in the magazine. So that means if you want to run around with 2-3 magazines, they all have to have CO2 in them. And typically at the end of the day, most people just empty the CO2 out of their guns. They don't leave them in, because in storage it can sometimes hurt the gun. So I know I make sure that I empty all the CO2 out of all my guns. So now the problem is that the magazines cost you money, the CO2 costs you money. I mean, it gets to be, a little ridiculous for how much this gun is. I mean, the fact that it's CO2, I love it. I use this gun all the time. I do like the fact that it's clear. That's a personal thing for me. I like clear guns. I would like to get this gun again in the black version, just so that I have, a reference as to what's the same, But it does have very, very nice grips here and here, or I like them. My girlfriend says they hurt her fingers. And there is a grip there too. There is no rail here though, or rail. Nothing to add anything on, but with how it's molded here, I'm gonna guess you could probably get it to squeeze on if you wanted to, whether it be like a flashlight or a laser or whatever. I'd imagine you could get it to fit on there somehow. And pistols usually a little bit more compatible with those accessories and stuff. I also don't like the mag for the fact of if you drop the magazine, the actual mechanism, a good chunk of that valve is right there. So if you drop that magazine and this breaks or whatever, junk. I believe that this is plastic. I think that it's a very, like a ABS plastic, but I'm not positive. Once again, I don't know for sure, but the nicer part about this gun is it does have sights, but they're all red, so you're gonna end up lining it up completely crooked. It's also got the fake little trigger pullback. But back to the sights, you're gonna end up lining it up crooked more than you are straight, because you're looking for 3 red dots in a row. Whereas with a little Crossman, at least, this just got 1 white dot, you know. But I like the Crossman better for the magazine, definitely, that it's only got the 1 magazine, and the CO2's not in the magazine. The magazines are also a lot cheaper. They're like $6 versus $20. So I guess if you're looking at buying a pistol that you're gonna use seriously, don't buy this one. It's not gonna be worth it. By the time you invest in more magazines and stuff, you're gonna want a gun that's full metal and probably gas blowback. This gun is not gas blowback. Neither is the Crossman. But that'd be about all I have. The magazine is the absolute pitfall of this gun. Other than that, it's a great gun, even for $40. $40 seems a little much for a CO2 gun, but not in this case. I mean, it's a really well balanced gun, outside of the fact that the magazine blows. Yeah, I really wish that they would have done it differently, but it is nice that it does look like an actual pistol magazine, whereas back to the Crossman, it's the little slider thing. So that would be the review on the H&K USP.